Welcome back to my channel, George Gary Urban Wellness and more. Hey Vince, how are you doing? Hope you're having a great morning. This is my protein shake for this morning. I'm not going to be on long. I'm just going to come on and prepare this and talk just a little bit because I got some errands I have to do. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's having a great Friday morning. We have made it to the first week of November. And I have did 5 days of Whole Foods. I just been doing protein, salads, chicken, turkey. This is a 14-day thing for me, but I'm going to continue to stay on this probably to the end of the year. But today I want to do another protein shake. Of course, y'all know, I don't know by now, I love spinach. I got some bananas. And this is my protein powder that I get from my Earth box. I get snacks, healthy proteins from Earth box, and I've been getting them all year. I think I got one more box I have to get, and that'll end that subscription for the year. But this right here is chocolate. This is a mixture for protein. It's glucose protein for strong muscles, stable glucose, 6G carbs, 25G protein, zero sugar. So there's no sugar in here. No sugar at all. And so I will be mixing my dark chocolate almond milk. And this also have less sugar.
I always feel like I'm the best to ever play this game, but there's so many
Look,
other
Brian,
guys
where
that I'm
you
happy to
coming
just be a
from?
part of their journey. For me to be compared to Michael,
I guess because
Magic,
I was watching it
all the
earlier.
ones that's making
Give me
some
1
success
minute,
in the
y'all.
league, it's great, and I'm gonna just keep working hard.
So what is everybody doing today? Seems like it's gonna be another beautiful day today. The weather been pretty nice all week, matter of fact. But he already saying it's gonna get cold here. We enjoying the sunshine while we can because we know it's gonna get cold because it's November. So tomorrow, my town does a little thing called a pig fest. I said I was gonna try to go up there. Y'all probably see me popping up, but they don't have any rides this time, so I don't know what they're gonna have for the kids. But anyway, I'm here finna do my protein shake. I'm trying to get on my channel. Hopefully I have my computer back today. Then I'll be able to go back using it. Let's see, I'm trying to get on my channel. If you have missed some of my uploading this week, just check out some of my shorts where I've been posting different things that I've been doing this week. Trying to look that up. Like I say, this is silk milk, silk almond milk, less sugar. And I'll be using some of this with the protein. And I'll put some um, bananas on top and probably add a little cinnamon with it. I'm trying to go to my channel if I can be able to check out the chat if I'm able to peep in there. So far, nobody's in here. I see Vince was in here earlier. Thank you, Vince, for that. I'm on early. I've been popping in early some mornings. I tell you, this time here make me feel like it's later than what it is. And I've been with my mom this week. She's doing much better. She had to have some tests run the other day. trying to make sure she don't have pneumonia or anything like that. But like I was saying on my previous live streams, that cold is out there. People are getting COVID, the flu, different things like that. So I'm gonna get into my shake because I got somewhere to go and probably about a little bit. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, I'm gonna end this probably about something to 12, or maybe I just let it end at 12. But right now I'm about to make my protein shake. And if you've been following me, you know I do these a lot. If I'm not making a protein shake, I'm gonna check my blood knot right quick. Hold on. Sometimes I make a smoothie. And smoothies and protein shakes, they are similar, like I said the other day. But I like them both. They are like food replacement. So this is my breakfast right here. So I wash my veggies. I got my spinach. Have my spinach. Spinach is giving me fiber. This is my go-to when I don't feel like cooking anything. I go to a protein shake and it fills me up just as good. I don't know if my members seen where I shot them out yesterday. I did shout my members out for the month. I want to thank my members again for your support. I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. I don't know if some of y'all didn't get the notification, but I did do a video shout out to my members and to my gifted member. Bud Files is a gifted member this month. And if you want to be part of my membership, just hit that join button. I do have the 99 cents. I am connected to a couple of channels. Some of my members does have membership. So I did became their member. It was only being fair that we support each other. Okay, I got my spinach in here. I love my bananas. Y'all probably see me do bananas a lot. Bananas help with potassium. They help with protein. If I eat a banana for breakfast, it helps out. But, this morning I didn't want to do nothing, no cooking or preparing. So I'll get me a protein shake. It'll hold me for a couple of hours. And so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to save a couple of them to go on top. So they're a little cold because I had put them in the refrigerator, let them get cold. Since I'm not using ice, I let my veggies and fruits get cold. So I'll probably put those couple on top. So right here, you see I got my bananas, my fiber. Now I'm fixing to put this protein powder in here. It is glucose protein for strong muscles, stable glucose. Doesn't have any sugar. 0 sugar. This is chocolate. This will be a chocolate shake. So I put that in there. So we know that just talking about the situation with the government, they say it's still closed. It's going on a month now, right? Wow. I guess a lot of people weren't expecting that. So now I'm fixing to add some dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is healthy. And this milk here is less sugar. It's an excellent source for calcium. This is almond milk. I had seen some strawberry kind one day. I'm going to try that out. But I usually have the vanilla kind. But since I'm doing the chocolate, I'm doing the using the chocolate kind. So I had it in the refrigerator, probably a little, I know it's chill and cold. I didn't want it to freeze. So I'm adding some chocolate milk. It's a little froze because I had put it up there and let it, because I want my protein shake to be chill since I'm not adding ice. And the protein shakes be more liquid than the smoothie. My milk a little frozen. I should have sat it out some more. But yeah. See if that's gonna be enough. That milk is frozen. I let it stay in there too long. But if you're peeping in the bushes and if you're gonna watch my replay, I'm making a protein shake. It is with chocolate almond milk, spinach, banana, and I have some glucose. I have some glucose protein powder here. That should be enough. I love making my protein shakes and I love making smoothies. They are healthy sources. You can use these as meal replacements. I want to thank the 2 people that is looking. Appreciate you. Okay, I'm finna turn it off, God. I don't want to hurt your ears. Let me check it and see because I want to make sure my spinach is chopped up real good. I love my blender. I can either make smoothies. I can make it like an icy. I can also make just like a drink. My son, like I said, my son had got me this for my Christmas present last year. And I told him I've been using it. This is my breakfast. Let's see. I'm just trying to see. Make sure everything is chopped up real good. I think everything is. I'll just let it go maybe about another couple of seconds. How are you doing? Happy Friday. I'm making a protein shake. You been doing all right? I see you had come in on a couple of my videos. Jensen, good to see you. Okay. You did a new video? I gotta check it out. How your Friday's going? I'm doing my protein shake. I'm just gonna turn this down because I don't want to hurt your ear. Hello, happy Friday. How's your day going? How's your day going? How's your Friday going? This is the first week of November. We got one more month in this year. I don't want this chocolate all on me. But I'm doing Whole Foods. I've been trying to stay focused and focus on my health. And I had to change my eating habit. And this time for Thanksgiving gonna be real challenging for me. Because some of the foods that I was eating for Thanksgiving, I won't be eating them this year. I won't be. I'm just gonna stick to the veggies and chicken. I think we're gonna have some. I think I'm gonna do a hen. This thing keep falling out. I think I'm gonna do a hen, and those kids want some dressing. So this is my protein shake. Trying to make sure everything was chopped up. Happy Friday, Ginseng. Good to see you. This is chocolate with spinach and banana. Less sugar. That's the goal, to eliminate sugar. Yep. I'm here. I was just fixing up my smoothie. So right here, I got my smoothie. I'm gonna put some see how it tastes. That's good. So now I'm just finna top it off with some bananas. Let y'all see it's how creamy it is. See if y'all can see. Y'all see this is my shake. My protein shake is chocolate. And I'm just gonna drop some. It might fall in there. I got a couple of bananas I had left, so I just put those bananas in there. And I'm just gonna add just a little cinnamon on top. This is just spices. So I got some cinnamon on top. So this is my protein shake. This is my breakfast. It's chocolate. We have chocolate. We have some bananas and spinach in here. Yep. I'm still here. This is like my go-to breakfast, like when I don't feel like cooking or preparing a breakfast, I do go to a protein shake or a smoothie. It's real smoothie. This is cinnamon on top, guys. Cinnamon on top. That is chocolate with banana and spinach. I'll be right back. Right back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So Like I said, this is my chocolate smoothie. Not smoothie, but protein shake. You look, it's more liquidy than their smoothie. Trying to take a So this is my drink for the next couple of hours. I will be sipping on it. Okay, I'm putting that right there. Put that back there. Okay, I'm still here. Just got my hey y'all. Happy Friday. Good to see everyone. Yep, so this is my protein shake. It's good. So yes, I've been doing protein shakes, salads, and they brought my package.
What it is?
The computer?
Oh, it's out there. It's in the living room.
Okay. I'm gonna get ready to go in probably a few more minutes. I'm still alive right now. Yes, I think I'm gonna do like a hen. We're gonna do some greens. My husband wants the chitlins. Probably have a ham. Probably do two types of veggies. Maybe some dessert. I'm just gonna stick with the baked food. It's good. Dark chocolate is healthy. Trying to check something out right quick. But I was just popping in. This right here should fill me up for at least a couple of hours. I see it's kind of slow this morning. Ain't nobody peeping in the bushes. Well, I like y'all bush people, long as you're respectful. My notifications just going off. I think I'm gonna try I seen something like the strawberry kind. I think I'm gonna try that. Yeah. So, since I can't drink the whole white milk, I just get almond milk. But I'm just here popping in for a little bit. Just seeing what everybody been doing. Today is Friday. It's the weekend. I know a lot of people probably getting ready for their Thanksgiving, probably doing some early Thanksgiving shopping. Hey Sirius, how you doing? Happy Friday and shout out to you. Shout out to my members. I just came in, made my protein shake. It's with dark chocolate almond milk, less sugar. And I got spinach, banana, and I got like the chocolate protein powder. This is my breakfast actually. How you been doing? I've been doing pretty good. I can't complain too much. This week has been okay. You know, had been dealing with my mom. My mom had been sick with the cold this week, but she's doing much better. I'm amazingly well and blessed. Thanks. Yeah, I thank God for His grace and mercy.
Then when it stop,
What?
the air fryer.
It gonna stop on and on, ain't it?
No, I got so many minutes.
Oh, okay. Are you ready for the holidays? Are you ready for Thanksgiving? You cook or your mom cook? Do you cook or your mom cook? This Thanksgiving gonna be very different for me, you know, because I won't be eating any pork. I won't eat any ham. Chicken is the only thing. I probably do just some hen. I gotta get me a little dressing now, but yeah, I'm not doing the macaroni and cheese either. So it's gonna be very different eating for me this probably the rest of the year. As long as I'm feeling great and my goal has always been focusing on my health, and sometimes you have to just let things go. When it comes down to your health, you gotta. I try to stay focused. I'm determined, and for the last couple of months, things had started to turn around for me. You know, I still have my achy days, but you know, I just thank God that it could. I have had worse days. I'm just gonna tell you. Uh, just sitting up here now, I know what I deal with. I don't have to come on every time and say, but I know what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? So there was a time when I couldn't even hardly get out the bed. That's why I know God has been with me every step of the way. There was also times where I couldn't even put my feet down. That's why I know God is with me. He's with me every step of the way. You know? It get challenging. Yep. That's what I have to do. I don't let no one distract me. I let people be who they are. And I be who I am, you know. As long as I know how I feel about what I got going on, how am I doing something to better myself. Yeah. Yep. My family said they see the difference, and because they know how I have been. You know, before all this, I used to have a good straight gait of walking. Now, since over the years of the degenerative disease in my back, it got my gait where I walk different. You know, I share this all the time. I don't walk like I used to walk before I got like this, but I'm walking. You know, yeah. So with treatments and exercise and change the way I eat, you know, hopefully I get back to my full strength of, you know, but I can't complain. I can't complain. You know, the more we complain, the more we see there are other people out there going through worse things than I am. So, yeah. But this week had been focusing on my mom. That's why I had did that meaning live stream, because I was trying to make sure she's okay with that cold. And like I said, that cold, like I said, it's flu season. It's COVID out there, and people are catching, colds and stuff. A lot of people took the flu shot, and a lot of people said they're not gonna take it. I did take the flu shot, and it didn't really bother me, and I hope that it does well. You're stronger and resilient than you ever thought. Yeah, with your faith and belief. And girl, I tell you, that's what keep me going every day, knowing that my belief and my trusting in God to take me through what I need to do. That's why I try not to let a lot of stuff phase me. You know, social media is social media. I'm not going to let it stress me about who come to my channel, who don't. 'Cause I'm like this. I thank God for the ones that do pop in and out, you know? I mean, I can't let social media control me. I have to control it. You see what I'm saying? So, but some people take it real seriously. They take a lot of stuff to heart about stuff. But, a long time ago when I first started, because I didn't really know about how much it really take to keep a channel up, it take hard work. I guess you said that's why you don't want to deal with no channel, huh? It take consistency. It take a lot of work and patience, but you got to know how to separate it from your real life. Got to know how to separate it from your real life. Whew. Me either, girl. Me either, honey. I don't take nothing for granted. Nothing at all. You know, with this government shutdown, it's affecting a lot of people. It is affecting a lot of people, but I did see where I think that people will be able to get their benefits, their foods, and their SNAP benefits and stuff. I don't get food stamp, but if I were, I would appreciate them. And I know the people that um, thought they wasn't going to get none, I'm sure reading in the headlines about this government shutdown, and they said something about a judge approved for them, I guess, for them to start by getting them. I know that's a relief on a lot of people, especially the ones that really, you know, how you be looking for your certain amount of money on your paycheck every week, or you be looking for your benefits and things like that. Then all of a sudden they want to stop them from coming. That is messing with people's lives, That is really, they're really messing with people's lives with what they're doing. I guess they don't care about people suffering, struggling, trying to feed their children. I really don't care about people don't have health insurance, and the insurance they have, it was through the Obamacare or the insurance, they just, to me, they're not making anything better for the American people. They might say they got a plan, but what is the plan? What is he going to do to have better things for the American people? That kind of stuff bothers me, because I know there are a lot of people. Yeah, it does. I know it takes. That's why I'm not ready. Girl. Yeah, that's sad for the families that are without those benefits. They depend on that. That's what I'm saying. During the time when I first got sick, and then I lost my benefits on my working. I was working every week. I was getting a paycheck. I would work every week. But then when I got sick, my check got cut off. I did the long-term insurance until those benefits had ran out. But when you get those long-term, like when you go out on leave and things like that, you don't get your full what your paycheck be. Like, because back then I think I had Blue Cross and Blue Shield, and I had the long-term insurance, but I wasn't getting what I was making a week, but I was getting something. But that ran out, my whole life changed, because I didn't have no income coming in, and I had to fight for what I got now. You know what I'm saying? And it's bad that you have to fight for what you work for. Yeah, I was, it was, that's when I went into the depression I went in back then. And I had those long terms effect. It was affecting me for years because my husband, he was working, but when you're used to having your own income and it stopped coming, that's a lot. I'm just gonna tell you. I still had my son was still in school at the time, but we managed to he graduated, and by the time he was getting ready to get out of school, that's when God opened doors where I was able to start getting a little income and getting some benefits. And I don't want to lose that because of what Trump trying to do. I got to call my insurance company. I was going to call them today. Every time I get ready to call, they have me on hold because they're saying my things are going to change on my premium. So I just don't want to lose what I have. And they ain't making it easier for people out here. People with disabilities and elderly. They're not making it easy for people. But not getting paid is absurd. They are playing. That's what I'm saying. This is messing with people's livelihood, like you say. It really is. You know, when we was dealing with that COVID, you see how it affected people's lives then. People couldn't work. They lost their businesses. People had to stay home. People were getting sick. It was something going on. It was bad. When that COVID first came out, it was bad. When all of us in quarantine and stuff like that, couldn't go nowhere. When that COVID first came out, it was terrible. Hey, Renee, how are you doing? When it first came out, y'all, it was terrible. And it really, it affected people's lives. How you been doing, my sister? Good to see you. You be over there doing your thing. You are such an inspiration. Just keep doing what you're doing over there. I sometimes can't catch your live stream, but I do see some of your shorts. And I just see how you are inspiring people too. You are a cancer survivor. You went through your leukemia. You be over there reading and look. You how many languages you speaking now? Cause I go back and watch some of your videos, and I see you been doing different types of languages and stuff like that. And one thing I do like about you, you don't, and this is why I always have myself. You don't let what you go through define who you are. It motivates you to keep going, and that's what I do. And I was just telling series about these people, how this government affecting people's livelihood. You know, it affecting them mentally, physically, and emotionally, and financially. Because some people didn't get a paycheck today. I think those government workers didn't get a paycheck today, like the federal workers and things like that. Yes, we got to keep on pushing. We got to keep on pushing. Because after my cancer diagnosis and what I went through, it seemed like my whole life changed physically. Because I told you I've been dealing with I got a degenerative disease in my back, and it affect me when I walk. And I deal with pain and chronic pain, fibromyalgia. And I've been doing treatments, and y'all see I didn't practice just changed my whole eating habit, which is not easy, but I have to keep going. Yeah, it really do. It really do. I mean, that's why I was just saying, I try not to complain too much. I try not to take nothing for granted because there are somebody out there and worse. We think about these things now. When we complain about what we have, There's somebody out there praying for what we got. That's why I don't take nothing for granted. Lord knows I don't. I don't. And with all this stuff going on with the government, I don't really get all into the politics, but I do mention about when it comes down to our families and children. Think about those children. Thinking about how this affecting millions of people across the world. Some people are gonna be left without insurance. Some people are not gonna be able to afford their insurance because it was where. Now I'm just gonna say this. I know some of the people might come out the bush because when I get to talking about Trump, I see those trolls coming in. But when they first did the Obamacare, a lot of people was able to get insurance. People was getting insurance that even have a job. But he's trying to cut all that out. He's trying to cut out anything that Biden did. He's trying to cut out anything that Obama did. He should be focusing on his way of trying to make America, as he say, try to make America great for the people. Don't try to just help people don't try to downgrade people that didn't vote for you. Because he has made it known that some states that didn't vote for him, he's not going to help them. That is evil, that is wrong, and it's childish. If Georgia didn't vote for this man, he's going to cut off their benefits. Huh? Is that what he going to do? Because that's what I had seen, that he said that some of the states that didn't vote for him, he's not going to support them. Biden said it, and I'm going to say it again. God has the final say-so on everything. You can feel like you up so high and you can't come down. Keep living. Keep living if you think that God won't bring you down. God will sit you down and he going to go up in that White House and he going to do some straightening up in there. You hear me? God going to do some straightening up in that White House. That man ain't going to no way hit him. He can knock down walls. He can try to bully people around. He can say what he want to say. But God also have the final say. And he ain't going to, when you mistreat people, you ain't going to go far. You're not going to go far in life if you're mistreating people. I tell my kids this, when they was little, do not be disobedient. Because God do not want us to be disobedient. If it's something that we can't handle, we're supposed to give it to him, trust him with it, and let it go. Let go and let God. Yeah, he had a final say something. But anyway, you know what I get to look. It doesn't matter if people know it or not. When it comes to talking about the Lord Jesus, my Savior, I don't mind talking about it because I know what he does for me daily. I ain't trying to say I'm a Christian. I'm not saying I'm this. I'm not saying I'm that. But I know for sure I'm a child of God. And I know from witness that I know God is real. This is my protein shake. I did it with spinach, banana, and I used the protein powder. This right here to cut the sugar. This is glucose. This is a glucose protein shake. It's not sweet at all. It's just natural. It look like a smoothie, but it's a protein shake. And like I said, I'm not ashamed to tell anybody. I need God in my life every day. Not one day, but every day. Yep. So I just hope and pray that somebody come to their senses. Somebody come to their senses in that White House. He got to sign off on all of that. But somebody need, amen, girl, amen. But somebody need to come to their senses and say, look, it been going on too long. But I did see where some people will still get their benefits, and that's good. Cause like I was just saying, how things was when we had to be, when some people was out of work during the COVID time. That hurt a lot of businesses. They hurt a lot of people that had businesses and different things like that. And it still took a lot of people a couple years after the COVID to get back on their feet. You know, a lot of people still ain't where they was before the COVID came. Up in our little small towns, a lot of those businesses was closed down due to not having business during those times. You know, they had to cut out different types of programs and, you know, like the schools and stuff. Over here in my area, you know, we had like, they had it where we could have two schools. We had the high school and we had the elementary school. The Our county wasn't getting that many benefits and programs for the children here, so they had to combine the whole school. I mean, to me, they wasted money because they had built the high. That's the school I went to. They built the high school, and by them not having the number of people and I guess the population in this little area, because it used to be three schools. It used to be three counties going to our school. But now those counties pulled away and they got their own school. They built their own school where they want, you know, I guess they had to be like, because they had to go and pick up those kids out of town to come to our school. And I guess it is convenient for those counties to have their own school. But reason I said that because now since they had to combine the elementary and the high school together, now the schools are getting more programs, they're getting more benefits because they're just not, they all say that the children are important. But some of these states and some of these governors and people ain't looking out for these children. They're not. They just use that for a political, you know, when to get your vote, put it like that. But but I see what my the elementary school and the high school, they're doing much better since they did combine all the schools, since they did combine all the classes. So they got an area for the high school, and they got the middle school, but everything is together. So now they're able to get better benefits and stuff. But I pray that things do get better. It was good. It was my breakfast. I got a little bit more. That should fill me up for a little bit. But yeah, I just want to come on and talk a little bit. I'm gonna come back probably Sunday when I come back and talk. Cause tomorrow they're doing a little festival thing in our town, so I might be up there. I'll probably stream a little bit. But I do want to do something on suicide awareness. I don't know if y'all heard about the football player. He was 24 years old and he committed suicide. I want to talk on that a little bit. I'm going to share some of that probably on Sunday or tomorrow I probably going to come out live and do that, but probably Sunday because I'm just going to say this. We got to check on our family. We really do, y'all. We need to keep check on our family. And cause you think that a person might be making money or you might think they got it all, that don't mean mentally that they got it. It don't mean mentally that they're where they need to be. And what I'm saying today, y'all, check on your people. Call them. If you're able to talk to them, especially if you know It can be a lot of, yeah. You heard about the football player? I'm going to share about that when I come back live. Do suicide awareness. And he was up 24 years old. 24 years old. Practically still a baby, you know. And I just said we have to check on our loved ones, y'all. We really do have to check on our loved ones. Especially if you think, and if you know for sure that they're dealing with mental health. I was just reading, but I'm going to do a segment on it. You know, I like to share awareness and talk about these kind of things because this is reality. This is what a lot of people is dealing with, depression, and they having mental health. You know, you can have all the money in the world, but are you happy? Are you happy? Are you happy? And he was drafted, a couple years, about a year or two ago. My husband said he played with the Dallas Cowboys. He hit a touchdown on that game they just had that Monday night. But I'm going to read and get more in depth and talk more about it when I come out live. So prayers going out to that family. We don't know, like I said, people be struggling and fighting silently. I dealt with depression. I deal with anxiety. I take medication for anxiety every day. But I thank God that my anxiety I started to let go and let God. I used to have panic attacks just like that. Any little thing would have me so overwhelmed where I couldn't breathe. And my kids, I can remember my daughter just tapping me because my daughter say RN. They know exactly when. That's why they don't like to tell me a lot of things because of my health. They know that I get overwhelmed because I don't know if anybody know this about me. I love hard. And people might not say, if you don't know me, if you know me, you know that I do. I love hard and I care. And when it comes down to my family, I'm a different person. You see what I'm saying? I'm a totally different person when it comes down to my family. And during the time when my granddaughter wanted to commit suicide. And that's why I always try to share and talk about it because I witnessed these things. I seen when you got teenagers and with this internet, you got to monitor them. You really got to monitor them and to make sure you know who they following. Make sure you see who following them. See what they're posting and see who's tagging them and things like that. We really got to monitor our kids when it comes down to this social media because there's a lot of cyberbullying out here. There's a lot of things that our kids want to. There's a lot of pressure out here to them. And they want to be with the cool kids, the popular kids, the kids that, like the kids that try to show off and stuff like that. And sometimes they get lost because they thinking that, look, because my granddaughter went, and like I said, I share this every time I do suicide awareness. And my granddaughter have been on my channel, and she also we always ask her, why you didn't want to tell us what was going on? And that's why we got to talk to our children, y'all. That right there, it touched home when I talk about suicide because of my granddaughter. That's why I try to share more awareness. And when I see where someone been suffering and dealing with mental health when they come down and want to hurt themselves, we gotta check on our loved ones. We got to. But I thank God today my granddaughter is strong. She's graduating in May. She's a young mother. My beautiful grandson, I don't know if y'all seen him, the one that be with me. Yeah. But she went through a lot. But I thank God through prayer, and I'm a praying woman. Through prayer, talking to her, letting her know. And that's one thing we have to keep our children, and I'm this way about my kids. We got to let them know how much they're loved. Tell your children how much you love them. Tell them. Let them know that they are important. When my granddaughter went through all that, we were telling her she was beautiful. She had a lot to live for. Because like I said, they get caught up in this social media and trying to fit in and be with the, trying to feel like if they don't be with those certain types of kids, that they're not going to be loved or liked. My granddaughter was bullied. She was bullied a lot. And it was through social media also. So there was a lot. It took a lot from us. It affected me mentally and it affected my health. I had a panic attack, a couple of panic attacks when my granddaughter was going through that. My daughter said and I really, sometimes I can remember sometimes I know when I'm having one, but I've been doing good. This year I haven't had a bad one. I can feel myself getting overwhelmed. That's why I practice doing deep breaths. I practice breathing daily. Make sure I breathe in, breathe out. And I try not to let a lot of stuff bother me. Sometimes if it's something on my mind, I'm gonna say it. But if it's not really necessary, I'm not gonna let it affect me mentally. You see what I'm saying? Because I know if I get too overwhelmed, I know how I get. And it took a lot. It took a lot out of me to see my granddaughter go through that. And they had to increase my medication and everything. But I can say this year has been one of my good years dealing with anxiety. But I have a disorder, so I have to take medication for it. That's why, sometimes I see stuff on social media and I see all the drama. I see this, I see that. Sometimes I just keep it strolling because I don't want to, really, I don't want to be involved. I care not to. Sometimes a couple of years ago, I used to just try to just go in and maybe I can be a help to someone, like try to make peace. And sometimes when you try to help people, they don't want help. Some people just gonna do just what they want to do. So that's why I said I had to focus on me, let go and let God. If I had to let people, places, or things go, we must always, and this is always my message over here, take care of you. Put you first. You can't neglect you for others. Because if you're not well, you cannot help nobody else. And I had to tell myself that. How can I help you if I'm going through something and I'm not well? You know what I'm saying? So I had to let go and let God. And for the past couple of months, and y'all see I've been working hard. So I've been feeling pretty good lately. I have my days. I don't have to come over here and talk about it. Sometimes social media don't need to know everything. But I have those days, but I just try to pray through it and I try to keep it pushing. Yep. So I enjoy my channel. I like the people that do come over here, and thank y'all for the ones that do support me. I appreciate y'all. But I always tell people, make sure you take care of your home first. And your home is your channel. Take care of you. Like I said, sometimes I can have moderators in here, and sometimes I don't. But I don't feel a certain way because I know a lot of my moderators, a lot of my members does have their own channel. And I don't want no one to neglect them for me. Catch me when you can and when you're able to. I'm not a selfish person. I want us all out here to grow. I really do. But anyway, I got to get off of here. I just wanted y'all to see my protein shake. I will put it on a shorter course, of course. And yeah, we got to keep on pushing. So that story did move me about the young boy. Well, he was 24, and I'm going to talk more about it probably later on this weekend. But prayers going out to that family, and prayer going out to everyone. A lot of people don't believe that prayer does changes. Prayer does changes things. But you got to believe and you got to trust in God Almighty to know these things will happen for you. I ain't always been as strong as I'm appearing to be. I used to be like a bag of water. I used to cry right off the dot. Hey Frank, how you doing? About to get out here. I used to cry just like the top of a hat because I wasn't mentally strong as I am now. And I'm still a bag of water, but I'm stronger. I get stronger and stronger every day because I had to start to let go and let God. I say, I know you know about that football player. I'm going to talk about that when I come back on. I say, it's sad. He's 24 years old and he committed suicide. I know you, cause my husband said he played with the Dallas Cowboy. And so I'm going to talk about some suicide awareness because those kind of things need to be talked about. Because it affecting our children, our family. Oh, you did? I'm going to have to check that out. But did you see that about the 24-year-old football player? But I was fixing to get ready to get off of here because I had some errands I had to do right quick. Okay, Renee, good to see you, my sister. You take care. You keep doing what you're doing over there. You be over there dancing. You be over there sharing positivity. You are a living testimony. I went back and watched some of your old videos because, I used to see you, but, I didn't really know that you was going through. I didn't even know that you had went through leukemia and stuff. So I did watch some of your videos just to see, in other words, I was trying to catch up and see what was going on with you because I used to see you in other people's channels and stuff, but I didn't never know your story. And I still probably don't know your story. I have seen some of the things that you have shared, and I feel like you are inspiration to others. And you keep doing what you're doing over there. And Frank said he shared something about a pastor. See, Frank be giving us that current event up to date on different things like that. So we appreciate you for that, Frank. From sports to entertainment. And you keep doing what you're doing over there, my girl. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about that when I come back. I broke the news about him on my channel. Okay. Yeah, I saw it on the news yesterday and I said I want to talk about this. And I did read some. He was running from the police, but I'm gonna talk more about it when I come back. But he had already called his girlfriend and told the people that he been in it. But like I said, y'all, you could have all the money in the world. You could be living in the best house, cars. But are you happy? It's still something wasn't adding up with him. So I'm going to read and get more into it when I come back live. Yeah, 24 years old. He practically still a baby. But yeah, I was just showing my protein shake. And there was chocolate, spinach, and banana. This was my breakfast. But like I said, check on your loved ones. Talk to your friends. You know, you never know when somebody might need an encouraging word. You don't know what's going on behind a person. Like Renee said, you don't know what's going on behind a person's smile. People can smile all day long, but you never know what's going on with them. I hate to stop, but I gotta do something, but I will be back. The channel I shared, she's all in the news. Okay, I'll check it out, Frank. On that note, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Friday, your weekend. Stay blessed, stay encouraged, stay safe and warm, and always stay what? Prayed up. Until next time, bye-bye. And thank y'all for coming. I'll check you out, Frank. And thank you again, Renee, Vince, and Genji. There's another person in here. Thank y'all for coming in. Y'all make sure y'all go there and check out Frank. He been sharing some breaking news. So let's continue to support one another. And shout out to my supporters, my members. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. And until next time, bye-bye.